So I draw the piece in Illustrator, and then when I have a finished stencil outline, I send it over to this vinyl plotter. So I'm just going to hit send here. And then this vinyl plotter is basically like a printer, except instead of printing with ink, it cuts the design that I've done on the computer. Little blade. It transfers the entire design onto the vinyl. And it gets jammed a lot. So when the piece comes out of the printer, it basically just looks like a big blank sheet of paper. But actually, because it's been cutting it, then I have the painstaking task of pulling apart all of the vinyl. So it's all the cut pieces. So all I need is the negative space, because a stencil is just the negative space, and then you apply paint onto the positive space. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Okay, so now I have the stencil that I'm going to be putting my paint onto. So this is basically, all of this white area is the negative space, and all of these lighter areas is the backing of the sticker paper, which I need to remove. So the way that I get a complicated stencil like this onto my canvas and off of this backing is with something called transfer tape, which is basically like a giant roll of tape. So what I do, so it's just kind of like sticky, regular old tape, but on a really big scale. And what I do is I put this down, give this a little tug, I'm gonna let it fall a bit, and I line it up, press it down like this, and grab my homemade little squeegee device, sit down in here, shoelace untied, and basically I just do this. It's like getting my aerobic workout in. And then, so I have this tape on the top, and then all I do is I cut this off. I get a little plastic squeegee, or make sure the tape gets cut on there. And then I just cut it a little closer to the stencil, so I don't have a lot of extra tape. theoretically, the tape should be sticking onto the front of my stencil. I'm going to flip it over. Peel this off. I can even see this one little part that I forgot to get, so I'm going to get it now. So now I have this giant, tricky sticker, and because I'm not that giant of a person, I'm gonna actually cut it into 2 stencils. Where to cut? Okay, so half of a stencil. I'll line them up later. So all I do, I just put this on like a giant sticker under this area that I've already laid down a lot of this gray paint. So that's gonna be the under area. So, you know what? We only have one shot at this, so I'm gonna make it even simpler for myself, make an even smaller sticker. Much better. Do that one later. So you got me all nervous on camera. Okay. Put it on. For my spatula later. So see, I can just line these up. I always make my stencil a little bigger than the area I need. So this was planned. Okay, so I always keep a few extra because I always lose them. Like that. And then I pull off the tape because I don't actually really need it. It was just to transfer it. So I pull off the tape and my stencil stays in place. This is not good because this is gonna let paint go through. So I'm gonna fix that later. But the nice thing about this is that there's a little bit of wiggle room to play with. See, sometimes when it's like this, I can just put it down. But the idea with any stencil is that you want the paint to only go in this hole that you've created. Whoops. That's why I put that cut in there. you go. So I'm just gonna, with my thumb, put down all these little extra edges. But for the most part, complicated stencil, ready to go for paint, So here we go. We have my stencil laid down. I've mixed together some brown paint in this little Tupperware container. And I've reused the backing of my stencil paper. I like to try to reuse things whenever I can. Saves money, helps out with the environment, so I think that's always great. So I've mixed together this brown with my palette knife. And I'm gonna because this is a stencil, what's great about it is that you can just apply the paint in one solid layer, and when you remove the stencil, it'll look like the design you want. All right, so I'm gonna put down this goopy brown paint. I'm just gonna put it on the stencil. So it's kind of like frosting a cake. I'll lay this down. So that's it. Solid brown layer. And I'm gonna let this dry overnight. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, it's the next day and I have my dried layer of brown paint that I applied last night. And so now I just remove the stencil. So you'll see it's really cool. If I can get that first go. Yeah. So everywhere that the sticker was is where the paint won't be. So that's what I mean when I say that there's negative and positive space. So the negative space was the sticker, which is now going to be this shape, and the positive space is the whole of the sticker, which is then the paint that's on the canvas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel this all off. It's kind of fun. All right, so that's it. This is the area that's left behind. And my next step is I'm gonna do this light tan area. So wish me luck. Bye.